What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space. I'm in your face, and I'm definitely blessed to be here on this wonderful day. It is still a little rainy outside here in the great state of Mississippi. It is June 16th, 2026. We are live at 5 here on the Prime Time Network. I am your host, Big G, here on Industry Talk, and welcome. Welcome to the conversation. We'll give everyone an opportunity to get the notification, get the word out. And I'm going to be doing a system check while I'm sitting here waiting for this information to get out to everyone to let them know that we live. We live. We live at 5. We're here for it. We're here for the conversation. We're here for all of the hot topics and talk. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. Some they say don't tell folks about the good news because they just gonna wish bad on it. Well, I don't know about all that shit. I don't give a damn what you do on your side of the house. I know what's going on over here. I'm not a wishful thinking type person, or a believer of people coming up against you as though that's going to have any effect on your work ethic, your discipline, your commitment, and your drive to get accomplished what it is that you're wanting to get accomplished in your life. So I have been fortunate enough to network, connect, and build bridges with some phenomenal people, man. And the work that we're doing, whether it's reflected, through our numbers, our analytics, or not, because I can see it through my dashboards and through some of the things that I'm seeing, the numbers that we're projecting and they're actually doing, because we can't fake the numbers. I don't have a bot farm to drive our numbers through the roof. I don't have agents, bots that are pretending to be real eyes and engaging individuals on our platform. So it speaks to what it is that we're getting accomplished. The emails that are coming in, the conversations that are being had and held, and the people that we're talking to in reference to participating and being a part of not only our interviews and conversations, but also a part of our platform and our network to assist in building their platform and their networks. And we cross promote, collaborate, and as the tide rises, so do all ships. Very simple concept. It's, but we've been talking about sustainability, networking, connections. With the broad stroke of the brush, nonetheless, but still, we've been talking about it. Over the last 4 days, 5 days, I've been dropping the business sustainability model. I've gone through each pillar, the 6 pillars. I have 2 more pillars that I'm going to sit there and broadcast out and push out to you, from the key strategies through the metrics of how these things all work in tandem and in conjunction, pushing success for your business once you implement the methodologies. and the system. So before we get too engaged, before we get too wrapped up into it, I want to give everybody an opportunity to lock in with us. Let all these notifications go out because I don't want anybody to miss the conversations that we're having. We're working out all of the kinks with making sure that every morning, either the live program or the 11 a.m. reboot, you can tune in and listen to Inside Speaks with our good man Jonathan Shaw through our network. Of course, I want you to go subscribe to Inside Speaks on YouTube. We're pushing to drive his numbers, whether he cares about it or not. He really doesn't give a damn what the numbers are, but we're looking to drive his numbers through the roof so that he can hit that 1,000 and beyond in terms of subscribers, 4,000 active and continuous watch time hours, so he can begin to monetize what he's doing on Inside Speaks. Great content. Definitely need to lock in and tune in. We're going to have an opportunity to speak with a Mr. Stephen Gonzalez, probably in about a week or so, to talk about the Vigil system and how it can actually help you or assist you through stress, through intense moments. You know, these are individuals that are creating systems, sustainable systems, in the mental health space that can actually assist you. And we're bringing it to the table. We're shining a very bright light on it. It's being tested right now. And through those tests, you know, you can see the productivity not only in the success rates in terms of how it assists or helps. And don't just take my word for it. Try it yourself. Try it yourself. So, today we're talking with our good man, Paul Whitehouse. Jarrell Braswell will probably chime in here in just a little bit. I know he's still dealing with some family issues. And when he comes on and feels ready and comfortable to talk about it, then he'll do that. But, you know, to deal with people passing back to back like that, 2 on 2 family members the same day, and then not long after another violently shot, you know, it's things that you don't think about, but it happens in life, you know. It happens in life. Just so happened it's we're watching it happen to someone we know, someone that's close to us, and there's nothing that we can do about it except for keep him in our prayers and pour into him as he's going through what he's going through. You know, sometimes we put on the facade, we put on the smile, we put on the mask, and we keep ourselves busy, you know, doing things just to keep our mind off of what's really going on mentally. Yeah. And don't mind me, I'm checking all these systems, make sure everything's working, everything's up, everything is rolling. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that all of you, because sometimes people ask the question, where can we find the live? All right. I'm going to copy and paste the live into the Facebook feed, and you can see where we're streaming across all platforms. I would paste it into the IG feed, but it doesn't become a hypertext link, so you can't get to it anyway. And if you've seen us and watching us on Instagram, then you're already locked in with us anyway. Everyone that's already joined us today, Paul Whitehouse will be here talking with us. What's going on, Jay Shaw, Trudy Monroe, what's going on, family? Locked and loaded with everyone. And if you hear my voice, whether you're on Twitch, LinkedIn, and the like, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I need you to share that live. I need you to hit that share button, hit all the notifications, send it out to your followers, let them know to lock us in, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So let's go ahead on and get this thing jumped off. And today, we're diving into a conversation that impacts every entrepreneur, professional organization, and community leader listening right now. I did say I have a special announcement to make. I'm excited about something. I'm gonna bring that up here in just a little bit about a guest that I'm working on bringing to the show. And this is a heavy hitter, ladies and gentlemen. You know, part of the big branch of government. But I'll let you know. Here in the state of Mississippi. That's going to be a deep conversation. I want everybody to lock into that when you see that roll out. You got to lock into that conversation. Success is rarely built alone. Many people believe business is about products, services, or money. While those things matter, they truly matter. The truth is that business begins with relationships. Right? Every opportunity you've ever received started with a connection. Every door that's opened in your life was opened by someone who knew your value, trusted your work, or believed in your vision. That's where the networking comes in. You see, networking isn't about collecting business cards or followers. It's about building genuine relationships, creating mutual value, and establishing trust over time. The strongest networks are built before you need them. They become the bridge between where you are today and where you're trying to go tomorrow. But the connections alone are not enough. Once opportunity arrives, you have to understand business. And business is the ability to create value, solve problems, and build systems that can grow beyond your personal effort. It's about turning ideas into assets and transforming passion into purpose-driven profit. And when profit arrives, finance enters the conversation. Financial literacy is one of the greatest forms of empowerment. It's not just about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep, how wisely you invest, and how effectively you position yourself for the future. Wealth is not built by income alone. Wealth is built through strategy, discipline, and informed decision-making. That brings us to sustainability. And we've been talking about sustainability. Sustainability is the ability to keep going long after the excitement fades. In business, sustainability means creating systems that survive challenges, adapt to change, and continue producing value for years to come. It's about building something strong enough to outlive trends, setbacks, and temporary obstacles. When you combine meaningful connections, strategic networking, and sound business principles, financial discipline, and sustainable growth, you create more than success. You create legacy, ladies and gentlemen. So, this evening, let's explore how the relationships we build, the decisions that we make, and the systems we create can position us not only to survive, but to thrive. And let's go ahead on and bring our good man, Mr. Paul Whitehouse, to the studio. What's going on, Paul?
What's going on?
Doing fantastic, swimmingly well. How about you, my friend?
Doing as good as I can be.
You hearing what I'm talking about?
Man, that intro, as with every intro you do, I mean, that's almost the whole show right there. Everything you said. This is a subject that I love, is connections, and I'm glad we're
Okay.
talking about it today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yes, everyone knows Mr. Paul Whitehouse, Patriot BFC, Patriot Finance BFC. And we go into our business finance conversation every Tuesday, live at 5. Get rich and don't cry trying. And today we're talking about connections, networking, business, finance, and sustainability. We've talked about these things before. I have a 6-part series that is out right now. I'm dropping them as we speak, talking about sustainability and the business model and the pillars that we're working through. And so you hit me today and you said you wanted to talk about these things. Let's do a reboot. Let's do a rehash on some of these topics. And so, many people claim they're networking, Paul, but they're really just exchanging contact information, right? So in your opinion, what separates a valuable business relationship, right, from a transactional connection? And how do you determine who belongs in your circle?
Through effort.
Okay.
Effort is, I mean, you can be at a Chamber of Commerce event, networking event, change business cards, but if you never follow up, well, what'd you do? You just changed 2 pieces of paper. It's worthless. The gold is in the follow up. Follow up. What if I told you that we are all one connection away from everything that you want? Everything that you want. And that can be accomplished through phone calls, through text messages, through messages on Facebook, through emails. Identify who you want to connect with, reach out to them, tell them what you want, tell them what you can offer to them. Some people don't need you to offer anything to them. They'll just give to you. But mutual connection with effort and with sincerity. People recognize sincerity as opposed to just I'm looking for a quick transaction.
Okay.
And then multiply that, Galen, by 50 or 100. I mean, imagine if you sent out 1,000 messages, phone calls, whatever, and you got a 3% success rate. That's 30 people in your corner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we've all heard the phrase, it's not what you know, but it's who you know. Do you believe networking can sometimes outweigh talent and qualifications? And if so, what does that say about today's business environment?
I mean, you need talent and qualifications. And if you don't need to be the most talented.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to strive to be above average. We need to educate ourselves, learn constantly to grow, to advance. But if you're working on those skills, or if you have those skills right now, you said it well, we can't do this alone. So reaching out to connections can bring you new clients, It can bring you new opportunities. It can bring you bigger opportunities in fields that you never thought you would go into. It's happened to me personally, so I know it's true.
Okay. So in the era of economic uncertainty, rising costs, and we could speculate as to why we're seeing that right now. I have my own opinions. I'll keep them to myself. Rapid technology change. What does a truly sustainable business model look like? And what warning signs tell you a company is headed for trouble? Since you're in the business finance service arena.
What was the first part of the question? Let me make sure I understand that so I can answer it well.
Sure. Like I said, in this time of economic uncertainty, right?
Yeah.
And rising costs, technological change, what does a truly sustainable business model look like in this day and age? Because things aren't as fluid as they may have been 20 years ago, 15
Okay.
years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Prior to COVID, the ebb and flow of how inflation and things went, you could pretty much set it to a timer. You know what I mean? You knew when inflation was coming down the pipeline, but then everything shut down. The world shut down, basically.
Yeah.
So now you have to restructure. Everyone is locked in their homes, basically. Limited mobility. You can't cross state lines. There's all kinds of stuff that was going on. You can't fly or leave the country. You can't fly state to state until they got a hold on, quote unquote, the pandemic. Right?
Yeah.
So that changed everyone's business model. So mom and pop shops that were in business and didn't have a delivery system in place went out of business. Individuals like a McDonald's that still had the capital and the revenue because of what was in the coffers could sustain, but they had to figure out a delivery methodology. Pizza Hut, for example, who's already struggling, began to win because they had a delivery system. You don't have to, but their only issue was their storefronts. Unlike Domino's Pizza, who has a small storefront, we're straight delivery. You can pull up if you want, but we have a delivery system. We don't have to have 20 people in the office to make pizzas. So they begin to strive, right? Because they were able to change with the time and the thing that happened. So, what's a truly sustainable business model? What does it look like? Coming from an individual who is on the finance side of it, and you're looking at someone who's like, hey man, your business is headed for trouble because of this, or you haven't streamlined anything. Not to say that that's your job, right? Because your job, more or less, is to help them find financing for their business.
Yeah. Okay.
Their business. But what's a sustainable business model in your opinion?
All right. That's a great question. The COVID thing was a freak unusual occurrence. I mean, I don't even believe it, but that's a whole separate show. Mm-hmm. But whatever on that. Sustainable business is products and service everybody needs. I mean, there's a lot of basic ones: food, gas, lawn mowing. I mean, what I do is kind of important. People always need financing for their business. So there's a lot of things that are automobiles, automobile repair, in spite of whatever's going on until the world completely shuts down and it's the apocalypse. People are still driving their cars. So there's certain businesses that you either are in or can get into that there will always be a need. So a sustainable business model is something that people are always going to need. There's a long list of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Individuals need oxygen. I can't text their ass on that. Talk to me.
They're going to try sometime at some point in the future. They're going to try. But
I know, because they're already working on water.
Oh, I know. Do you know, and this was like 15 years ago, I think it was New Hampshire had a rainwater tax based on the size of your roof. They
Mm.
tax you on the rain, the reason runoff into the Chesapeake Bay. I mean, that's all super crazy talk. But
Right.
sustainable business models are number one and something that people need. They
Mm.
need. And there's a lot of that. And then, as you said earlier, developing your systems for your business that will sustain through it and then adapt. If something weird happens, you got to adapt. And if you don't know how to adapt, find somebody who can help you. Sit down and talk with them. A connection. Connections, connections, connections. Back to the basic connections.
Mm.
Connect with somebody who can help you through it. All of us are smart enough to sit down and think. It's all common sense. This,
Hold on, Paul. Hold on, Paul. Hold on, Paul. You're giving
okay.
people too much. You're giving people too much credit. You said all of us.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm not dismissing the statement. I understand what you're saying in terms of the intellectuals that join our show. I get it. We are above average thinkers. But we're talking about individuals that might not get it, right?
Okay.
Because I'm not speaking in a condescending manner to anyone, but some people may not be able to process it that way and be like, okay, it's just as simple as this,
Yeah.
right? So I just wanted to throw that out there because sometimes we're presumptuous to think that everyone has a true understanding about what we're talking about. And with me, and I told you this before, you have to explain things to me, on a third grade, fourth grade level. Not to say that I don't have the capacity to grasp it, but I want the easy ABC methodology as opposed to you giving me the rocket science explanation. I know that you may have gone to school for this. I know you may have gotten a PhD in this. I don't need the Esquire conversation. I need something that I can ingest and I can
Yeah.
say, okay, I can see that. I can make sense of that because all that other extra shit to me, Paul, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I can get it. If I want to go research it and study it, yes, but keep it simple. I'm a mathematician. The KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. That's always been my thing. You know.
Well, you know what, dude, I agree with you. And
Mhm.
there's some people, and that's the connections. You get the right connection. There's some people who have the capability and the capacity to explain something to you thoroughly from every angle, and other people talk above our heads.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had plenty of people talk above my head, and I'm like, I mean, I kind of see it, but I ain't really getting it from what you're telling me.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Talking
Okay.
to somebody, if you cannot work through the problem to keep your business sustainable, if you can't, find somebody who can help you. There's a lot of people out there who are capable of helping you, willing to help you. Some are going to have to be paid, some will do it for free. And if you find that person and if the first person you talk with and engage with really isn't doing it for you and they're talking above your head and they're not breaking it down into steps and making it simple, I guess you're talking to the wrong person. And there's a lot of wrong people to talk to out there. But if you continue the search, make the connections, find that right person, somebody has the ability and the patience to walk you through whatever you need to be walked through. Those people are out there. There's people who care and have the ability to make things simple because it's not rocket science. We don't have to have PhDs to be in business.
Right.
I don't have a PhD. I didn't graduate from college. I didn't like it,
Mhm.
but I can walk you through your problems. Matter of fact, me and my friends joke about this. I'm an unlicensed a lot of things. I'm an unlicensed therapist. I'm an unlicensed attorney. I'll get you done 20% of the cost. I don't have student loan debt to pay back. I can walk you through this. Tell me how you feel. But there's people who can have the ability to to break things down into steps. It's I know you said not, yeah, the common sense thing. common sense exists. A lot of us got it. Yes, some people don't. But if you can't figure a problem out, the next step is to find somebody who can help you do it, and then find the right person who can walk you through it effectively with patience.
Okay. All right. Let me look at some of these comments right quick, Paul, because they're coming in. I'm not ignoring anyone. But we have some stuff coming in. Let's see here. Okay, that was earlier on with Steve Gonzalez. We'll be talking with Mr. Gonzalez about Vigil, a program that he created to assist with stress, PTSD, and it was built for veterans, right? But it's open to the public. It's open to everyone. We're going to have that conversation on the 26th. Jay Shaw said we all got to learn. Yeah, we do. We do all have to learn. Ms. Mitchell says in the aspect of mental health providers, with the insurance companies dominating the money flow of how private practice providers compete with these big industries, health industries, companies. Examples are BetterHelp, Alma, Simple Practice, Tava, TAVA, etc. They're all willing to take on multiple mental health providers and take pennies off the dollar for reimbursement. But if you're not connected to those big industry health businesses, then it's hard to create your own business plan. Do you have any thoughts about that in terms of the mental health side of it? And you're creating a business, right? And you're competing with larger companies, right?
Yeah.
And I guess the money flow side of it, private practice providers, and make their money. It's extremely difficult in making their money. So how does someone on your side of it, Paul, how would you view that, and how could you assist or talk about assisting in that lane? And we're talking about cash flow. We're talking about cash flow, and I'm gonna give you an example, right?
Yeah.
Individual starts a practice. They've been in the mental health field all of their career, built their resumes, got their credentials, the whole 9 yards, wanted to start their own practice. Hypothetical, start their own practice. Therapy, consultation, the whole 9 yards. Whether they have a space, right? Here are the options. Whether you have a space, an office that you go to have people come in for the assistance, which does what? Creates overhead, which is another bill, insurance, water, electricity, amenities, clerical, front desk, and different things that come into that part of it. Or you do it virtually, which is another option. I'm sure you do a mix of all of them, virtual consultations and the whole 9 yards. Or do you take the practice and put it and have it be a part of a larger conglomerate or cohort that has an office space available, considerably less rent rate than having your own facility by yourself? Different things, different challenges that come up. Then you're looking at the cost of patients coming in, and then what it would really cost for them if they didn't have insurance, or if they did or could match up with insurance companies that would be able to pay a private entity, because a private practice, of course, is a whole hell of a lot more expensive than going to a hospital, possibly. Or if in fact you are recommended from the military side of it to go to see a mental health specialist, they probably want to run you through one of the providers with the VA. So how do you get tapped in with that? So there's a lot of different things, but the money, the revenue coming in is the customer, the end user, or the individual with the issue to come to a therapist to sit down and how many patients have to run through your doors before you see a profit in that help industry. You see, because it's not really about money at that point, but it has to be because money drives the business, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to save lives. You're trying to help save minds and help with mental health issues, but you also have to keep the lights on.
Yeah. Okay. Creole Mitchell, thank you for that question. It's an interesting one. I mean, my answer is going to sound rambling. I really don't understand it, but I'm gaining an understanding of it because my daughter just graduated and she's going to be a therapist, and she's got to do 2 years underneath somebody, and then she wants to open her own practice. So just reading the question, a couple things come to mind. Uh, there's private practice, you get paid by insurance, and I don't fully understand. I mean, I know that basic of it right there. When you say joining with a larger organization, a larger network, I don't understand that part of it. But if that's an advantage, maybe it would be a good thing to join with a larger network as a private practice.
Mhm.
My daughter taught me that there's public agencies that accept public money and public and reimbursement from the insurance companies to help people. Then there's private practice. Private practice, you're getting paid by the insurance company. The reimbursements, yes, I heard a couple of years ago that reimbursements went down. That doesn't even make sense. Everything goes up. Why are reimbursements going down? Because bills are going up. That's a separate subject. I don't know why. But I guess my answer to this question would be this. If you're in private practice and you're connected with the insurance companies, we can't change what the reimbursements are. They are what they are. We just then that's that same way for everybody. So how do you keep the business flowing and sustainable through that? Especially if you just got maybe 6 months or a year in, or even if you got 5 years in, it doesn't matter. Cash flow is always very important. So if you're in private practice and you're accepting payments from insurance companies and cash flow is a problem, there are financial solutions. One of them is called factoring. Factoring means that your receivables, your accounts receivables are one of your greatest business assets. It's money that is owed to you. You just can't grab it because it's 30 days away or it's 45 days away. It's owed to you. It's coming from a reputable payer, the insurance companies, but they're not going to pay you for 30 or 45 or maybe 60 days. So that's one thing that Patriot Business Finance Consultants can help you with is set up a factoring arrangement. And what that means is your accounts receivable, the money that is owed to you from the insurance companies, we can set you up with a factoring agency. The factoring agency will buy those receivables from you for a discount. That discount can be 1%. That discount can be 3 or 4%. It all depends on the volume that you commit to with the factoring company. If you commit to doing $1 million a year in business with them, then it's probably going to be 1%. If you commit to doing $100,000 a year in business with them, it's going to be 3 or 4%. What does it mean to sell your invoice at a discount? Let's say your invoice is,
3 to 4%.
yeah,
It's still
yeah,
high.
it's not really high. It's average. It's
I don't know now.
yeah,
I mean, I could sit there and wait that month out.
well, you can wait the month out if you've got good cash flow and cash reserves.
Mhm.
And if you don't, then you might not be able to wait the month out.
Right.
Maybe you can't. And if you
Mhm.
cannot do it, then you engage in a factoring relationship. And a
Mhm.
factoring relationship doesn't have to be a lifetime thing. You sign a contract for X amount of months. That's it. That's it. It promotes your cash flow. And in factoring, you have to have a margin. You can't have a 10% profit margin and do factoring. That does not work. You got to have a 20, 30%, even 35 or 40% profit margin in order to engage in factoring. Otherwise, it's not worth it for you. And that's what we do as your consultants. And we do it patiently and thoroughly. So we're going to tell you all the ups and downs of this. So what does that do for you? It gives you cash flow back. The reimbursements, there is no therapist or healthcare provider that can change what the reimbursements are. I don't believe. I mean, it's written in, I mean, didn't they do that in Congress 3 or 4 years ago? Good job, Congress. Really good job. But they did it. So the reimbursements are what they are. The only thing that you can do is increase your patients, your customers, increase your patience and bill. And then if cash flow is a problem, use a financial tool such as factoring so that you can get the cash flow to grow, to sustain, to build your cash reserves. Build those reserves so you can make it through the difficult times. And when you've got cash reserves, you don't need to use factoring. I do not know if if that is a good answer to Creole's question, but I read her question and she said, yes, that's correct. I mean, that's the best answer I got.
She wasn't saying, yes, that's correct to your answer, Paul. I mean, I see how you want to pat yourself on the back like that. She was saying, yes, correct to the question as I was reading it, since I was saying it so prolifically and enunciating things with such, etymology. You have to understand what's going on right now.
You prolifically and etymologically answered everything so well, Forrest Griffith.
Oh man, yes, we like to have fun here, man. So let's keep going, man, because we're talking about connections. Yeah. We're talking about networking. We're talking about just doing good business in general. And tell the people a little bit more about how Paul Whitehouse and Patriot BFC can really be an assistance, can really be a friend, can really be that financial shoulder that you can, quote unquote, lean on. Talk to him, Paul.
All right. Well, it all comes back to connections. I can be your connection, and all of my connections become your connections. I'm watching two dogs. I'm watching two dogs for my lady. She's
Pomeranian and the Shih Tzu, right?
Yeah, and my dog is a big Shepherd Lab mix, and when he walks by, yeah. All right. So my connections are your connections. Industry Talk is your connection. Galen's connections are your connections, and your connections are ours. We can't do it together. We're all in this mix together. So how can I be of assistance? In a lot of ways. I mean, I'm here to, if we talk and we never do a deal, I'm going to give you all the information. You can still call me. I will help you. I'm here to help. I'm here to make money. I want to do that too. But I'm here to help. I only make money if I help you. And when we put a deal together for you, we're looking to put it together under the best circumstances with the lowest cost of money. We can do equipment financing for you. We can do commercial and investment real estate financing for you. Fix and flip programs, factoring. We just talked about factoring for cash flow. There's a lot of things, a lot of angles. 360 degrees in a circle. We have 360 angles to look at every problem with. And that is what we do as a consultant. I'll talk to you at 11 o'clock at night. I really don't care. That's what I do. It's what I've always done. It doesn't matter to me. If you're in California and it's 8 o'clock for you, I'm ready to talk at 11. I'm ready to go at midnight. So we can be a friend, a business partner. We can be both at the exact same time. Connections. We're a connection. You're getting connected with me through Industry Talk. Galen has brought me so many connections over the last 5 years of friendship. And people I never thought I would know or meet. Interesting people, big business people. So Industry Talk is a strong connection for everybody watching this. Get a hold of Galen, gemsit.org. He's got the connection. This man is connected. And so am I. So am I. I know a lot of people. I can help you with a lot of problems, a lot of business finance problems. And if when we talk about business financing, if you're not ready for it, I'm still here to help you. All right. I'll walk you through the problem. Let's touch on this subject. Difficult credit. If you don't think you can get financed because you made some mistakes, guess what? We all made mistakes. And lenders, not the banks, your local bank doesn't understand the mistakes. They don't care. If you don't fit in their box and you're 2 points shy of their minimum credit score, and their minimum credit score is not, I mean, you got to be good to work with a bank. The lenders that we represent, they understand that there's different situations. Okay. Um, Money down is your cosigner. Assets are your cosigner. If you got difficult credit, you're in business, you need new equipment, you've taken on a big job, or business has doubled, but you need more trucks, more excavators, more whatever equipment, any equipment, any industry, any state, any credit, any equipment. If you need more equipment to fulfill the contracts, but you don't think that you can get it, let me tell you that you can get it. We've done this hundreds of times with people who do not believe they can be financed. Okay. Well, we work with excellent credit. That's an easy deal to get approved for sure. But we work with difficult credit. Money down makes the lender say yes. There's always a circumstance that they'll say yes to. It's called cross collateralization. If you're in business and you need new equipment and you don't have the cash to put down, but you got some rental properties that you own, that's additional collateral. That collateral can be used to make the deal happen. And then make the payments on time for 2 years. All of a sudden, you are now solid gold territory, from 500 to 750 credit score. And then you can buy anything you want without putting money down. You can go zero down for equipment financing. There's so many angles. There's so much to talk about. But tying it back into connections, boy, we can't do it alone. Whoever's watching me on this show right now, I want to connect with you. You could be the connection that changes my life. Seriously. And I know this is real because I've experienced it more than one time. Got connected, got introduced, and they brought me things I didn't think that I would see. So, you know, I'm looking for you. Hope look for me. Get a hold of Galen. We can work together. Let's all make money together. Let's all do things together. We can't do it alone at all. Connections are customers. Connections are people who introduce you to customers. Connections are people who put you in positions that you didn't expect to be put in. And how do you get those connections? Right here, the phone. We got it. Used to be the yellow pages. It ain't no more. Everything you need is in your hand and in your pocket and in your purse every single day. Whatever industry you're in, whatever. Now, this is in business, this is in employment, this is in your personal life. Financially, mentally, physically, whatever you need, you can connect with those people through phone calls, through emails, through text messages, through Facebook messaging, whatever, Instagram messaging. You don't think they'll answer you? They will. And if they don't, then the next one will. 500 to 1,000 phone calls and attempted connections, with you knowing what you want, knowing exactly what you want to say, send the right message, and you'll be surprised who responds to you, who's willing to take a meeting with you, who's willing to talk with you about what you're trying to get accomplished. And then,
Oh,
yo,
I feel you. I hear you. But
and
after the third call, I ain't calling nobody. I ain't calling nobody else. No, hell no.
Oh, I didn't say call him. I
If
didn't
I
say call
get
him 3 or 4 times.
two no's and that third caller's a no, I'm done for the day. Fuck it.
Move to the next, man. Because
No,
it's a big country.
Is that so? That's where I'm falling short. I got to move to the next. Is that what you're saying?
There's 340 million people in America. Yeah, move to the next. It's easy.
How you know they got
LinkedIn.
340 million? How you know they got 340?
I really don't know it. That's what they say. At one point years ago, they were saying 360. What happened? 20 million people dropped?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out because they say they got 9 billion people on the planet and we only got 340 million.
Yeah, I know. A lot of things are lies. I mean, we could go. That's a whole other show. We can go deep on this stuff.
Do you know what the square footage of Texas is?
No, how would I know that, man? It's a lot.
Did you realize that every person on the planet could fit inside of Texas with an acre of land?
Is that true? Do we know that?
I know that for a fact. I mean, don't take my word for it. Ask the scientists. I'm just telling you.
I don't believe scientists all the time. Sometimes.
Okay, well, follow the logic of it. How much space do you need to live?
Well, if we all get 1 acre in Texas, are we going to be? Are the roads still going to be there? Are other
That's
things?
not what I'm not concerned about all that. I'm just saying that we're so spread out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a fact.
You see, we can consolidate some shit, Paul. I could resolve the national debt in an instant.
I think you could. Yeah, because you got common sense. I think I could do it too. I could solve homelessness, bro. Listen.
Oh yeah,
the $40 billion that they sent to that dumb war in Ukraine of our money, of America's money, and we still have homeless people here. Listen, you give me and you, let's grab Trulia, let's grab Jay Shaw, the 4 of us together, let's grab Jarrell, put us in a room, you got $40 billion. How are you going to it's solved? We've done it already. I already got the plan in my head. We're going to build centers where they need to live at. We're going to rehabilitate them. Not everybody's going to want to do it. The ones who don't, we can't help. We're going to try everybody, and we're going to put them on a path for success. We could do this stuff.
I'm sending your ass somewhere else. That's my resolution. That's my solution. I'm sending
Texas.
I'm sending. No. I'm sending your ass somewhere else.
Where?
Tell me where I'm sending you. No. Did you know they was in Guantanamo? No.
Am I still gonna? Well, when I get dropped off wherever you're sending me, I'll make some connections and get back home.
You gonna have to connect to some goddamn body. I'm cleaning up the streets, goddamn.
Yeah.
You said get me in the room and let's come with a solution. I got the solution.
Is this because I called you Forrest Griffith a few weeks ago? Is this what this is about?
You didn't even remember. You called me Forrest Whitaker, not Forrest Griffin. I don't know who
Forrest Whitaker. Yeah.
Is
this what this is all about?
It's always about that. It's always about that. I mean, you can't sit there and insult me on my show and not expect me not to.
That's not an insult. He's a very, very charismatic, handsome man, and for me to compare you to him, you should be. I mean, hey, come on.
Let me ask you something. Forrest Whitaker he's a well-known star, right?
Yes.
How many women you never seen him with?
I don't know.
I rest my case. You ain't never seen him with now one. Nothing.
I think he's married, right?
Walrus. I look like a walrus to you?
Dude, you don't look like a walrus.
I mean, you say I look like Forrest Whitaker.
Minus the bad eye.
Do I have sleepy eyes?
No, you don't. Not as bad as Forrest Whitaker.
Damn, now you're going to sit there and say not as bad. Oh, my gosh. The people that I bring on my show, ladies and gentlemen, they are not my friends, obviously. They're just people that come on the platform just to talk about me and clown me. But it's to your enjoyment. I know a bunch of y'all are out there laughing your ass off. You don't want to put it in the comments, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Ring the comments up. Agreed, disagreed.
I already know what they're going to do. Welcome to the live. 143, Shalala, Terry Allred. Welcome to the live. You know what I'm saying? Paul put it out there. He wants to know, do I look like Forrest Walrus Whitaker? Or
Walrus.
do I look like the prestigious Galen Smith that I am, ladies and gentlemen? Sharper than the Board of Health. Attack,
Prestigious.
nonetheless.
Well spoken.
Eloquent.
Eloquent. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Give me all of the adjectives that could sit there and, that you could populate in your brain about who I am. Definitely, that is I. That is he. That is me. Yes. And I don't speak French, and I ain't talking about we. Because you're not already coming for us with it. I would pay you a compliment, Paul, but
We're Americans. We're not French. We're America.
Exactly.
Buddy.
That's what I
America.
said. That's what I said. And you're talking about 40-something billion that they gave to Ukraine. What about that 1.6 billion that they gave to the folks that stormed the Capitol? Fuck that too. Shit.
How'd they give them 1.6? I didn't hear about that
For
one.
the insurrection. No, they paying reparations, or they trying to pay reparations to folks that committed an atrocity on American soil. I don't give a damn.
I think that was planned by the FBI and CIA.
Well, it may have been, but somebody's about to get some money out of it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I ain't trying to raise up no stink. But at the same time, it's been another great conversation between the both of us. Anything you want to say before we get out of here and close out? We've been going at it for an hour.
Dude, the back to the basics, connections. I love talking about connections. Again,
Well, look, I'm gonna give you the floor. I'm gonna give you the floor, and you close it out. And I'll be back with you in just a second. All right.
I'll give it a shot, man. I already talked for 5 minutes. I got to think of more stuff to say. I'll give it a shot.
Handle that.
All right. Back to the basics. We've talked about connections before, a month, 6 weeks ago. Connections are the most important, man. Connections. Call 100 people. Call 1,000 people. Like Galen says, call them once, call them twice. You ain't going to fall. If they ain't calling you, they ain't going to call you. But the law of averages says that when you put out a bunch of effort, you're going to get a percentage back. If you get 2% return on 1,000 phone calls, that's 20 good connections. And just imagine how far 20 good connections can take you in any direction that you want to go. Personally, business, finance, financially, employment. If you're looking for employment, boom, 20 incredible connections. You got a lot of directions to go. I'm recapping. I'm saying the same thing. Galen throws me on for 15 minutes by myself, so I'm going to have to recap and say that a lot of the same stuff. But we want to be. Oh, I got something new for you to say. Check this out. Referral fees. 10% of what we profit, we will pay to you, and we put it on paper. That's our promise to pay. It's a system we've designed. That's how we grew our business over the last 6 years, is paying referral fees. So, if you know somebody in business and they need equipment, they need real estate, we're better than the banks. We're better than the finance guy at the John Deere dealership where you're buying equipment out of the Bobcat dealership. We're better. There's a lot. I've already went over those reasons in previous shows. I'll do it again next week. I'll recap why we're better. But we are your consultant. We're here for the best outcome. So how can we make money together? A 10% referral fee. Contact gemsit.org. Message Galen. He'll put you in contact with me. We'll get on a Zoom call. We'll get on a phone call. We'll do FaceTime, whatever. We'll send you the referral agreement. You got that in your back pocket. And if you know somebody in business, or if you come across somebody in business who needs money for their business, then you introduce us all through an email or a text. If I talk with you, then you're going to have my phone number. I'll create a group thread, me, you, Galen. And if you want to introduce us to somebody who needs financing for their business, text introduction or an email introduction. If it's an email introduction, always include paul@patriotbfc.com. And I think Galen's email, I don't want to misquote it. But we'll get that to you if we get in contact. If you introduce somebody to us, you can make $600, $800 or more. We've done some big deals. The most amount of money I ever made on one deal was $25,000. The least amount of money I ever made on a deal is $1,500 and change. So 10% of whatever we put together could be a good amount of money just for an introduction. And you can do that several times a year. It's easy peasy. Let's make money together.
Easy peasy. Okay. That's what's up, Paul. I appreciate you, man. I know the people appreciate you, and also the offer. Lock in with us, man. Get that 10% referral. Show you how to make this easy money out here. You also have a program where you can teach folks how to do what it is that you do. Yes.
If they want to be an agent and work with us and make 25% instead of 15%, then we'll teach them. Put you through a 40-hour course, get on Zoom. I'll teach you how to talk to the customers, how to be an expert in the subject of business financing. Mm-hmm. This is not hard, man. It is not hard. Money for your business. What do you mean? I mean money for your business, equipment financing. How do you do that? I'll teach you how to explain it to them. It is easy. This stuff is simple. Mm-hmm. I'll help you get money for real estate financing, for fix and flips. Once you have this body of knowledge, you're at the gas station, you're walking in, a crew pulls in and the owner's driving the truck. You look at him and you say, hey, man, is that your business? Because I've done this. He says, yeah. Say, hey, I do business finance consulting. I work for Patriot. We're the Patriot Business. You don't work for us. You work with us. Patriot Business Finance Consultants. We do it better than the bank. Least expensive money, best deal structure. I got difficult credit. I can't do it. Don't worry about that. Let's talk. It's worth having a conversation. So you can do as simple as referral fees, get 10%. Or if you want to work with us as an agent and be more involved in it, then you can make 25%. If we make $10,000, you make $2,500. And this work is not hard. Some people make $600, $800, $1,000, $1,200 a week. If you did 3 or 4 deals a month, you can make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Imagine if you did 50 deals a year. So it's all about connections. It's all about us trying to make money so we can go do good things with this money. And wherever Galen sends me, maybe you can all put your money together and bring me back. Eh?
Well, I'm sending you, ain't no coming back, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a nice Caribbean island. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, maybe I won't be back.
Nice young lady that's coming back from Angola. You know what I'm saying? Is it Angola, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she gets back from Angola, she'll want to definitely be down there with you in the islands. But
she's in the air. She's in the air right now, heading there. She'll be there at 5:00 tomorrow morning.
Good deal. But yeah, Paul, I appreciate you, man. It's always fun talking with you. Great conversation. And hey, today was just like any other. Great topics, great information. We talked about connections, networking, business, financing, and sustainability. If, in fact, you want to make the connection with Patriot BFC, you can get in contact with Paul. Just tell him that G sent you. How about that? And, of course, my email address is clientsupport@gemsit.org. Our email address is clientsupport@gemsit.org. Our website is GEMS, GEMSIT Publishing.com. GEMSITpublishing.com. We shifted. GEMSITpublishing.com. All right. And as always, beautiful people, y'all know me. It's always about health, wealth, wellness. Stay dangerous. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.